Hi guys, I'm Chewy and this is Atty.
Hello. Hi. Hello.
We're bringing you the side of furries that they don't want you to know about, the weird things. So, me and Atty have rattled our brains together and figured out some of the strangest stories that we've dealt with over our years of being furries. So let's jump right in. So, camping. Everybody loves it, but when furries do it, there always tends to be issues.
We're part of the staff of our yearly furry camping trip here in Wisconsin. When you're part of staff, you have to be around the space at all times. You get to see things!
And now, let me be clear. This camping meet is awesome. It's great, and we have a great time. But there's always stories.
It's a free-range site. Anyone can do what they want.
Like, throw up in the back of someone's car when we go to get milkshakes.
We do like a little annual milkshake run where we get in a car and we go to Quick Trip and get milkshakes. It usually consists of 3 people, because apparently nobody wants milkshakes! But we were trying to find more people, and this dude, part of our trip, was just kind of wandering around. I'm like, hey man, you want to go get some milkshakes? And he's like, yeah I do! I'm like, get in this car, man! We're driving, we're all chill, do-do-do. And he mentioned something along the lines of being like really drunk, which we didn't know that at the time. And so we're still driving and I'm like, hey, you doing okay back there? He's like, I just feel really sick, but I'll be okay. And I'm like, should we pull over, man? You gotta throw up? No, I'll be fine. I'm like, okay. Driving a little bit longer. He's like, I'm really not feeling good. I'm like, dude, roll down your window. Roll it down. He's like, no, I got a bag. I'm like, what? And he just,
So, the best part was, that happened on the way back.
Did it happen on the way back?
We got there. I told him to go to the bathroom and
Oh,
throw
yeah,
up.
we got at Quick Trip and we're like, dude, like, go in the bathroom, do your thing. And he kept
Literally, we get in the car with our milkshakes.
Oh,
We
no.
start leaving. We're not even out of the parking lot, and he throws up into a bag and misses.
Oh, he's like,
He missed.
he didn't miss it all. Because he kept reassuring us. He's like, I made it in the bag. It's fine. We get back to the campsite. We look in the back of the car. It was not all in the bag.
And we're yelling at him about the fact that it's not fine because he threw up in a car when there was a chance not to throw up in the car.
The cursed milkshake run. It wasn't the seats. They were like leather. Like, they were nice seats.
This was his parents' car. Expensive parents' car.
Yeah, now, it wasn't the drunk dude's car. It was somebody else's. But, like, he just...
Yeah. And then this same guy, and we're all angry at this guy for very obvious reasons, and we're doing another thing, which was burning a friend's ex's stuff in a campfire at our campsite. Different story, doesn't really need to be talked about, but it's fun. But he tries to come up, and we're all of us at once are like, go away. And this guy just like nopes around.
What made me mad is that he didn't feel like he did anything wrong. He wouldn't apologize. He's like, what? It's fine. I made it in the bag. I'm like, that's not the point! Like,
The other bad thing is he had a dog. He left it at the campsite the whole time without supervision.
I like how this is just turning into us being mad. Not even a horror story
This
anymore.
was a horror story.
I know,
As staff,
but now we're
this
just
is a
ripping
horror
them apart,
story.
like unrelated to the story.
The only other terrifying thing about this camp meet was the person who brought Long Island and essentially made everybody drunk for like 3 days.
It was so strong.
Dude.
I'm just like, oh, Long Island, cute. I filled up a cup, and I'm like, I should not have taken this much. Like, this is a powerhouse. Like, oh my god.
Someone made the strongest drink you could ever imagine.
Like,
and filled up one of those Kool-Aid things full, like that you see at like games
yeah,
that
like
they
a
fill with water.
Gatorade thing, yeah. And
that was full of booze.
Oh man, that must have been expensive.
Oh yeah.
Like, unless it's just a really cheap liquor, because it did not hold well.
Yeah, that was a killer one. Let's see.
What else we got?
There was the orgy. The camper van orgy.
What was I doing? Was this when we came back from our first milkshake run?
Yeah, this was the year prior.
Okay.
So what happened was, we got back, and everyone's kind of standing around one of the campers, like, laughing and jittering. And we're all kind of going on like, what's going on? And you just kind of stop for a second and you just see that the camper's just going.
But what's funny is I came back, like everybody was around the fire when we left, and then I come back and there's like nobody, like it's just a few people, a handful of people. I'm like, where did everyone go? And they're like, they're playing Monopoly. I'm like, what? Yeah, they're in the camper playing Monopoly, and I'm like, after I got the gist, I'm like, yeah, I'd like to go see some Monopoly. We got it like 5 people just barged into the camper.
It was up to like 7. We had a lot of people.
I don't know. How explicit is your channel?
Enough that as long as we don't say actual bad words.
If you cut this part, I'll go, what I saw! I walked in, one dude had a belt around his neck. One dude was completely nude. There were massive bad dragon dildos jiggling on all the counters. And then I just look at the dude instantly tries to cover him up. I'm like, it's too late. I saw your pee-pee. Like, and I'm just like, why wasn't I invited sooner?
It was hilarious, and it kind of sucked. I was the last one in, so
my god!
I got to see everyone like in a horrified, confused state.
It's just furries that they're sitting around a campfire and they're just like, hey, you know, this is boring. Let's go have an orgy. Like,
So another interesting one is anime cons. Now, Addie, you have a lot more experience with anime cons than I do, but I have more experience fursuiting at anime cons than you do. So let's start with the fursuiting, and then we'll move over to the not fursuiting things that happen at anime cons.
I've been doing anime cons for like 7 years. And furry ones for like 2, so yeah, plenty.
Anime cons are just as wild.
Oh, dude.
So I think we'll go into in depth into some of them as well. Jeez, my words.
English.
Got tiny mouth syndrome. Okay, so one of the more entertaining things is furries and anime nerds who haven't seen fursuits before, and their reactions.
Like, it's like, because I don't know, a lot of the time, you do see fursuiters at anime cons, but it's pretty scarce.
There's like 20, if that.
Like, I could count how many I saw, like, it's, you know, but just some of the reactions, and like, some people you could tell they were furries, and they don't know how to act, and
I've got crying, screaming from across the halls, start talking about Majira in front of you. Like, apparently every fursuiter knows Majira.
Every human being knows Majira's existence.
Calm down. Then there's the chill ones. There's always people that are really cool about it. It's like, oh, I love you guys. Get a picture.
I assure you, we genuinely do not know how to act when you see us and the first thing you do is start crying.
We freak out.
Like, do I say hello at this point, or will that make your head explode? Like,
our worries are we scaring you? Are you emotionally stable enough to interact with you in that way?
Do you want a hug, or will you piss yourself? Like, it was a lot.
It's as scary for us as it is for you.
But you know what? One of my favorite reactions are the people who don't like furries. They don't say anything,
you
can just see it on their face, the look of disgust when you walk by.
Quick interdiction. I just remembered an amazing one.
Oh, great.
We had a fursuit romp, and we were walking up, and a dude in a pickup truck drives by and calls us tree humpers.
Tree humpers?
Because we're a bunch of animals and dog. I don't know why, but that's probably one of my favorite furry hater contributions.
I love the furry hate.
It's so satisfying.
Fuels me.
If you look at my comments, I don't get rid of furry hate that gets up there without being held for spam. I leave it there because it's funny.
I delete it, like, it is like a morning routine for me. I wake up, I brush my teeth, I delete my hate comments. Like, it is such a normal thing. I don't get many hate comments. So when I get them, they're usually funny enough that I leave them. Yeah, absolutely. But for me, I'm just like, okay, you're gay. I'm like, delete.
Yeah, I don't...
That's half true anyway.
If there's any good ones, they get to stay. If it's a well thought out hate message, it gets to stay because they put effort into that. If it's just like saying
Stupid.
gay or something,
Yeah,
stupid, then it goes away.
We're so off tangent.
Yeah. Veer us back on the track to anime.
Okay. So, there's a con I go to, like, I try to go every year, GeekCon, and it falls along the same time as one of my friend's birthday, and she goes with me. So she's like, well, you know, one of my normie friends wants to go with. Normie as in no conning, no furry, nothing. So she takes her with, whatever.
Those people.
Yeah, it was bad. This chick decides to, like, dye her hair while she's there because she's bored. So we come in and there's just red hair dye on the sink, in the bathtub, on the shower curtain.
Oh no.
And I'm just like, I looked at her, I'm like, you do know they're gonna make us pay for this if you, like, trash it like this. She's like, I'm sorry, ha ha ha. So my friend's pissed. We had to go to Walmart and buy cleaning supplies during our convention and sit in the bathroom and scrub it clean.
That stuff is impossible to get out.
And I'm just like, are you stupid? Like,
you don't do that.
And I'm just like, why? I looked at my friend, like, why aren't you making her do this? And it's just, no. So it's just like, if you make a mess, just clean it up. Why would you, how can you be that bored that you're like, I'm just gonna dye my hair? Like,
that's a next level boredom that I've never understood.
It's like, what a waste of, like, I'm paying to be here and I'm cleaning up your hair dye.
If she was a spice, she'd be flour.
I don't know where that's from. Oh my gosh, at our last con, I think Amkey, one of our cosplays, we had, like, fake blood. So Lars is in the bathroom dripping fake blood on, like, his baseball bat or whatever. And then we're done with the day. And I come in, I'm like, Lars, why is there, you got the fake blood all on the back of the door? And he looks at me, he's like, what are you talking about? I was just dripping it on my bat. I'm like, what? So whoever was there before, that was that. Like, he didn't do that. So I'm sitting here wiping it off. Yeah.
So someone just put fake blood on the door?
I don't know if it was fake. It wasn't ours.
What the heck?
So that's why I'm like, I got mad at him. Like, you made a mess. He's like, I wasn't, like, flinging it. He's like, I was just dripping it onto my bat. So I'm sitting there wiping it off the door, and I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Ah!
This is the middle of Milwaukee, so a hotel suicide isn't out of the option.
I don't know what it was, but I cleaned it up, and I'm
That's
just
horrifying.
like, I literally, right when I walked in the hotel, I'm like, this place is haunted. It was!
So, I've had the privilege, because I've been very active in trying to meet every different group of furries in the state and stuff, to go to a private convention called Wisconsin. Now, it's a really nice private con held up in the Dells that they go suiting around and stuff, and they have wild parties because there's so much booze there. And what I've learned, since they have a hot tub, is you don't mix hard alcohol and heavy drinking with the hot tub. You know what a hot tub's supposed to look like? By the end of it, it was murky. Someone for sure had thrown up champagne in there. It's rough.
I was gonna say, you gotta drain that and clean it and, like...
Yeah, and they had to do it. The owners of the, like, thing had to do it because they, like, if we brought that back to them, we'd get in a lot of trouble.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, this is this amazing con with, like, amazing stuff happening. And we had to clean that up.
Furries ruin everything.
Yeah, that's the big takeaway from this.
Speaking of furries, my first year at MFF, I was kind of a loner, you know, whatever. And I'm sitting off to the side in my partial, and I had brought, like, these little charms to just give to people, because I'm like, oh, it'll be cute, it'll be fun. And a guy comes off to the side to charge his phone. So I'm like, oh, here, have a charm. So he said, oh, cool, thanks. And that was like a gateway to a conversation. And this is before all the horrible stuff went down about this fursuiter.
Would you say, how many, was this a year before stuff went down?
I'd say like a year and a half.
Year and a half, so imagine this.
This is like before everything happened. He brings out his phone. He's like, yeah, I'm really good friends with Kiro. And at the time, I'm like, whoa, I'm talking to this guy who's friends with, like, higher up, and he's showing me pictures of, like, his suit, and he's like, look, I tried on his new head and stuff, and I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, oh, I kind of want to be friends with this dude, because then I can get to know all these other furries. And then like,
Gateway.
and then it never happened. So I was like a week later, I'm like, oh, too bad we couldn't be friends. And I am looking back at that, and I say, thank you, Lord, that I dodged that bullet. Oh my gosh. Like, it was so meant to work out that we did not keep in contact.
And people are already trying to try you as a bad furry.
Oh my gosh, I've already got internet things about me being horrible, and I'm just like, sure.
So now I want to do like a field study. And how many subscribers do they start calling you a pedophile or a rapist or something?
Yeah, I know, right? Like
Like,
if the moment
what's
you get
the-
on the rise, something's wrong with you.
Like what is that amount? Because it's like you hit it real fast and then it immediately happened like
Oh my
snap.
gosh, I wish somebody would start something about me being Illuminati or something. I would back that up. Con people, fire alarms, wonderful.
Fire alarms. Oh my god.
I've only had to evacuate once for a fire alarm.
At least you didn't have to evacuate for an actual chlorine gas attack.
Whoo! Yeah, no. But those sucks is that like we had to evacuate like 2 a.m. So everybody's asleep. Everybody had to get up. Everyone's probably hungover outside in like nothing, and it's freezing out. It was just misery.
So I have one from FWA that truly actually haunts me. Like, causes physical pain when I think about it.
Uh-huh.
So I was in the artist alley, and I was doing kind of the walkthrough, you know, in fursuit, being cute, looking at art. The usual that fursuiters do when they're actually in the artist alley. And this fursuiter gives me a hug. And I'm like, okay, I'll hug usually, and you keep going. And he kind of puts his hand over my shoulder and like shows me this art that he's being made and starts talking about it. And it's his character on the toilet.
I love how furries lack social cues and understanding.
I've never been more uncomfortable in my life trying to get myself out of a situation.
You just meet somebody, you don't need to know. I have stories.
Nobody wants to see that.
You know how they have a rule, like con staff has a rule where they can't tell a story until like 2 years have
Yeah.
passed. Wait 2 years, I have more stories that I cannot say because I am currently in association with these people, which sucks. Like,
I've heard this story.
I've got stories,
It's
man.
worth it. It is so worth
Come
it.
back to me in a couple years. Oh my gosh, and by then I'll have more. So I don't
You know,
keep worrying.
I'm not sure if I can talk about like things that have happened at Aquatifur. Like, I'd love to, but I think I gotta wait.
Yeah, people. You know the
'Cause,
people
like,
you can't.
Like working the camping thing, that's not technically like under those bylaws. We never signed anything saying we had to
I
stay
know,
quiet,
I just-
so we could like go right on.
I don't want to ruin anybody by saying things, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
But like a lot of these cons, they're great. They're fun, and there's like literally usually no issues. But there's always that one event,
Something.
one thing, and that's the thing that furries don't want you to know is how many furries lack social cues and skills that are required in an actual like. Sure, on an online forum, like where it's people that share the same interest, you can show your toilet picture, but not to people you don't know.
Just what in your head it says, yes, it's okay to show this stranger. Like,
Yeah. Like, there's a difference between, like, a funny joke and literally, like...
and genuine, look what I paid money for. Like,
Exactly. And I know this person wasn't doing it as a joke because of the way they talked about it.
You know when they're messing around and when they're...
Because he started trying to show me more.
I went to, at MFF, it was my first year and we were just kind of bored. I'm like, well, let's go to this, like, one panel, like, kind of fursuit acting thing. And the dude hosting it, whatever, he was like, you could tell he's a little off.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the panel, he's getting his badges and stuff, and he puts them on, and they're all baby fur badges.
Oh, God.
And I'm just like, oh.
I feel bad for, like, being like that to baby first, but, like...
It was just very unexpected. Like, I'm like, okay,
Oh, my
man.
God, I just forgot another Wisconsin thing.
Wisconsin.
Oh my God. So me and Maddie, the first year we were staying there, we had a room that didn't have a shower, so we were borrowing somebody's room to use the shower.
Oh, no.
We went in there, you showered and stuff, and you hear a knock on the wall, and now that area is the closet.
Huh.
So we come out, and he's like, can you open the door? So we open it, and his diaper's all over the floor, and it's this guy just wearing a diaper, and
Why?
I don't know.
Why did he need you to open the door?
He locked himself in there, apparently.
What was he doing?
I don't know. Listen, I pushed it so far back that we had to start talking about baby furs for me to remember this. That's how far back I pushed that.
You can't see my expression, but it's like, I'm just trying to fathom that. Like,
especially, why would a closet lock from the inside?
well, yeah, that's weird, first of all, but
Yeah.
like, so he was there the whole time, or did he just...
I think he was there the whole time.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
What if he heard you come in and he panicked, so he hid, and then he realized, oh no, I'm stuck.
That's a possibility, but there's so many diapers on the ground there
I hope
that I feel like he was already in
they
there.
were clean, right?
I hope so.
I really hope so.
Oh god.
So if, oh no, you could.
I'm dying.
Ready?
Yes.
Meatballs.
Speaking of that, have you ever seen a fursuiter throw up?
In suit?
Yes.
Oh dear, no.
So, this isn't from me, but this is from somebody else. Person who was just 21, got really drunk, didn't understand their limit, was walking around in suit, middle of the day, and his kid comes up to them. He's like, fursuit! And he's like super excited. And his fursuit just turns around, looks at him, and projectile vomits onto the child.
I can't fathom putting on a suit while drunk. I think you have.
I have, and it's only lightly drunk.
Okay, but I'm just like, the thought of being... Or your vision's already impaired, your senses are
When I
already
did
messed
it,
up.
I had a handler. I made sure I had handlers, and I was hanging out with people I knew.
Because I think
you
the last
need
time, I
people
was
for
with you the last time
Yeah.
you got really...
It was great.
Because I wanted to rape some... I was also drunk. So
Yeah.
it was like, it didn't really help.
We wanted to go... Oh my god.
Rip.
I think I
Chewy's last
swallowed
video.
some fur.
Dogs have to do that every day. Suck it up.
Sorry,
Hairball.
hairball.
And like, sometimes it's cute. You know,
Yeah.
people just want to hang out. I'm like, oh, maybe. But then I get ones that are like, I straight up got a message. Dude's like, hey, if I ever went to a con, would you room with me? I'm like, no, I tend to room with friends only.
Yeah.
Like
FWA was a rare exception where I roomed with some random people.
Sometimes
like
I
one guy from
understand.
Brazil and one guy from Texas, and they were super cool. But it's like, what if that wasn't
But
super
it's like
cool?
when somebody's this was obviously, he's a fan of mine, and when you just straight up say, can we room together? And I'm like, no, we cannot. Like,
yeah, because it's just going to be them following you around the whole time.
That's just creepy. Like,
Yeah.
that's like the same as, I'm a fan of your work, can we sleep in the same room for a whole weekend?
Yeah.
Like, absolutely.
Absolutely. Get over here.
Wow, we're best friends. Like,
But you see, there's a huge difference between getting to know someone and befriending them and going, hey, I like you. You should come stay with me forever.
I am going to straight up say, if the first thing you say to me is, can we room together? I don't care how close of friends we get. I don't think I'm ever going to room with you. Like, that is already a red flag. It's not...
Listen, if you're a real friend, you don't say, can we? I say, so you're rooming with us this year, right?
Yeah, like, I got your bed. Where's my money? Like,
Yeah. It's already done if you know that person well enough.
exactly. Of course I'm dragging you with. Duh, you didn't have to ask.
We got the room in the trunk already for you. Get in the bag.
Oh, man.
But that's some of the stuff that furries don't want you to know. The weird, crazy, and creepy events that a lot of furries have to deal with. And while it kind of sucks, it happens more when you get a fursuit for some reason. I don't understand why.
More people swarm to you when you have
Yeah.
a suit. You are invited more places. You see more things. Like,
And while it has a positive, it has a very big negative.
these eyes have seen more than my human form.
I've seen more cringe in the 2 years that I've had these eye holes than I've seen on my entire life on Earth. Mostly I've done to myself.
Oh, no. It's
But thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, favorite.
subscribe.
Go check out Addie's channel. Be sure to subscribe there. And we'll see you guys later.
We'll definitely have more of these videos in the future.
So bye!